Some of these conspiracy theories have turned out to be true. If anyone would know about aliens on Earth, it would probably be me. Where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us, I don't know. The tiny candle of consciousness that constitutes humanity, it is all that there is in this vast darkness.
Elon Musk has just unveiled something that seems straight out of a sci-fi thriller, a new UFO fighter jet that defies the very laws of physics as we know them.
Some sort of electric vertical takeoff and landing, supersonic jet of some kind.
Vertical takeoff and landing meaning no need for a runway. Just shoot up straight in the air and then
non-traditional field propulsion systems. We don't have that.
Known for pushing the boundaries of technology and innovation, Musk has taken things to an entirely new level with this mysterious, groundbreaking aircraft.
Air Force test pilots have come out talking about encountering flying saucers.
There's things out there that we haven't been able to identify. There are all of a sudden a lot of different radar contacts, which is immediately a problem.
What is this incredible machine? How does it operate beyond the realms of conventional physics?
People said, the aliens came to me and they brought me in and then they released me.
Elon Musk, the visionary CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, has always been known for pushing the boundaries of Musk described the jet as having an anti-gravitational propulsion system that allows it to move.
It's here! This is it! The federal government just come out with some new regulations that allows you to buy real estate with less money
Without the resistance usually encountered by traditional aircraft. Essentially, it is capable of moving in ways that seem to ignore the standard forces of lift, drag, and gravity. This means the UFO fighter jet can accelerate from 0 to Mach 10 in seconds, perform 90-degree turns without losing speed, and even hover in place with no visible means of support. To achieve this, Musk hinted at using a quantum levitation system, a concept that has long been speculated about in scientific circles but never realized. Quantum levitation, if achieved, could allow an object to remain suspended in space by manipulating the quantum fields around it. This could explain how the UFO fighter jet can appear to defy gravity and perform maneuvers that would destroy a conventional aircraft. Chapter 3. The technology behind the jet. Breaking it down. Let's take a closer look at some of the technologies that Musk alluded to in his presentation. While he was careful not to give away too many details, he mentioned several key concepts that offer clues about how the UFO fighter jet works. First, let's talk about quantum levitation. At its core, quantum levitation involves using superconductors and magnetic fields to create a stable, frictionless surface. When a superconductor is cooled to extremely low temperatures, it can exhibit properties that allow it to repel magnetic fields, creating a levitation effect. However, Musk hinted that the UFO fighter jet takes this concept much further, potentially utilizing quantum field manipulation to create propulsion. Next, Musk discussed the use of advanced materials. The UFO fighter jet is constructed from a blend of carbon nanotubes, graphene, and other exotic materials that are capable of withstanding extreme temperatures and pressures. These materials allow the craft to travel at hypersonic speeds without disintegrating, and they also help with electromagnetic shielding, which could protect the craft from radar detection and other forms of tracking. Additionally, the jet uses an advanced energy source that Musk referred to as a zero-point energy generator. Zero-point energy is a concept in quantum mechanics that suggests there is a vast amount of untapped energy in the vacuum of space. If Musk's team has found a way to harness this energy, it could provide a virtually limitless power source for the UFO fighter jet, allowing it to operate indefinitely without the need for traditional fuel. Chapter 4. The military implications. A game changer for defense? As soon as Musk made his announcement, the implications for military applications became obvious. A fighter jet that can maneuver like a UFO, travel at hypersonic speeds, and operate undetected would be a game changer in modern warfare. Military experts have already begun speculating about how the UFO fighter jet could change the balance of power around the world. If deployed in combat, this aircraft could evade radar systems, outmaneuver any existing fighter jet, and strike targets but he is also a master of using hype and mystery to generate interest in his projects. Whether the UFO fighter jet is based on alien technology or simply cutting-edge human innovation remains an open question. Chapter 6. The role of AI and machine learning in the UFO fighter jet. Another key aspect of the UFO fighter jet is its reliance on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Musk mentioned that the jet is equipped with an advanced AI system capable of making split-second decisions during flight. This AI system allows the jet to analyze vast amounts of data, such as air traffic, weather conditions, and potential threats, and respond accordingly without human intervention. The AI also plays a critical role in the jet's navigation and maneuverability. Traditional fighter jets require highly skilled pilots to perform complex maneuvers, but the UFO fighter jet's AI system can handle these tasks with greater precision and speed. This not only reduces the need for extensive pilot training, but also allows the jet to perform maneuvers that would be impossible for a human to execute. Musk revealed that the AI system in the UFO fighter jet is built on Tesla's Dojo supercomputer, which was initially developed for self-driving cars. Dojo is capable of processing an enormous amount of data in real time, making it the perfect platform for the jet's complex algorithms. With this level of computational power, the UFO fighter jet can adapt to new situations on the fly, making it virtually unstoppable in combat or other high-stress scenarios. Chapter 7. The Potential for Civilian Applications. A New Age of Aviation? While the military applications of the UFO fighter jet are obvious, Musk also highlighted the potential for
This is you, and this is your first hunch of the season.
It's parlay time.
With FanDuel
civilian uses. Imagine a future where commercial air travel is no longer limited by speed, altitude, or weather conditions. With the UFO fighter jet technology, a flight from New York to Tokyo could take less than an hour, and air travel could become more accessible and efficient than ever before. Musk suggested that the UFO fighter jet could serve as a prototype for a new generation of passenger aircraft. By scaling down some of the advanced technologies such as quantum levitation and zero-point energy, Musk believes it is possible to create a fleet of commercial jets that are faster, safer, and more environmentally friendly than anything currently in the skies. Moreover, the jet's ability to hover and take off vertically could revolutionize urban transportation. Picture a world where flying taxis could pick you up from your doorstep and deliver you to your destination in minutes, bypassing traffic and reducing the strain on existing infrastructure. This vision aligns perfectly with Musk's other projects, such as the Boring Company's efforts to build high-speed tunnels beneath cities. Chapter 8. Reactions from the scientific community. Skepticism or excitement. The reaction from the scientific community to Musk's announcement has been mixed. Some experts are thrilled by the potential of the new technology, while others are more skeptical, questioning the feasibility of some of the claims Musk made. Quantum physicists, for example, have pointed out that quantum levitation and zero-point energy are still largely theoretical concepts that have yet to be proven in practical applications. While the idea of manipulating quantum fields to achieve flight is exciting, it also raises questions about the amount of energy required and the potential side effects. Aerospace engineers have also expressed doubts about the materials and propulsion methods described by Musk. Carbon nanotubes and graphene are strong and lightweight, but they are also difficult and expensive to manufacture in large quantities. Similarly, achieving the kind of speeds and maneuvers Musk described would require overcoming immense technical challenges related to aerodynamics, heat dissipation, and structural integrity. Despite the skepticism, there is also a great deal of excitement about the potential of the UFO fighter jet. Many experts believe that even if the technology is not yet fully developed, Musk's involvement could accelerate research and innovation in these fields, leading to new breakthroughs and discoveries. Chapter 9. The Economic Impact: Disrupting the Aviation Industry. If Musk's UFO fighter jet becomes a reality, the economic impact could be enormous. The global aviation industry, currently valued at over $700 billion, could be completely transformed by this new technology. Traditional airlines and aircraft manufacturers would face unprecedented competition from Tesla's new venture, which could offer faster, cheaper, and more efficient alternatives to existing models. The shift towards electric and zero-emission aircraft could also lead to a massive reduction in fuel costs and environmental impact, forcing competitors to innovate or be left behind. Investors and industry analysts are already speculating about how the introduction of the UFO fighter jet could affect stock prices, market share, and overall industry growth. Some predict that companies heavily invested in traditional aviation may struggle, while those that adapt to the new technology could see significant gains. Chapter 10. The Path to Market. What comes next for the UFO fighter jet? While Musk's announcement has generated a lot of excitement, there are still many unanswered questions about the timeline for the UFO fighter jet's development and deployment. Musk was vague on specifics, saying only that prototypes are already in testing and that he hopes to have a functional model ready within a few years. This timeline suggests that the UFO fighter jet is still in the early stages of development, and there will likely be many hurdles to overcome before it is ready for mass production. Regulatory approval, safety testing, and public acceptance are all significant challenges that must be addressed before the jet can take to the skies. However, Musk's track record suggests that he is not afraid to take risks and push boundaries. If anyone can make the UFO fighter jet a reality, it's him. In the meantime, we can only watch and wait as this exciting new chapter in aviation history unfolds. Chapter 11. Conclusion. A bold vision for the future. Elon Musk has never been one to shy away from ambitious projects, and the UFO fighter jet is perhaps his most audacious yet. By combining cutting-edge technology with a visionary approach to design, Musk is once again challenging the limits of what is possible. Whether the UFO fighter jet is a revolutionary breakthrough or a speculative idea that will take years to develop remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Musk's vision for the future of aviation has captured the imagination of people around the world, and it has the potential to change everything we know about flight. So, as we close this chapter, we are left with more questions than answers. Will Musk succeed in creating a jet that defies physics? Will this technology be used for peaceful purposes, or will it become a new tool in the arsenal of modern warfare? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of humanity? Only time will tell, but one thing is
Thousands of woodworkers are now easily accessing a large collection of DIY woodworking plans that contain steps
for sure. We're in for a wild ride.
From devastating airstrikes to reconnaissance missions, the role of military-grade planes and air many of which will never be forgotten, even for the next 100 years. One such genius war aircraft birthed in this period was the F-22. The F-22, one of the US military's most famous combat jets, is the benchmark of fifth-generation fighter jets around the world. Its value is so priceless that the US government had to ban its exportation to ensure that the tactical ingenuity behind this revolutionary warcraft didn't get leaked into the wrong hands. Equipped with multiple attack ammunition and bombs like the SDB and AIM-9X, the F-22 is one of a kind, a rare gem amongst military warjets. Every year, the US Air Force makes numerous updates to the software and aviation of the device, making it even more dynamic and deadly. The truth is, when it comes to modern warfare, whoever has air superiority stands the better chance of winning the war. Airstrikes play a massive role in determining the fate of warfare, as they could totally devastate ground forces, turning the tides in favor of the striker. Currently, the US and China lead the world's most elite air forces. Both of these war giants possess an impressive fleet of fighters, bombers, drones, and other ground-shattering aircraft. However, who will emerge victorious in a potential showdown between the two nations? The answer to this question has been deliberated and debated for ages. Although many see the US as the ultimate winner, several awe-inspiring Chinese military techs keep popping up every day. But then again, as part of its undying efforts to stay on top of the food chain, the US military is launching one of the most daring aviation programs in recent years, the Next Generation Air Dominance, NGAD. This Next Generation initiative is so massive that the US Air Force and Navy intend to receive at least 20 sixth-generation fighters for the price of one. In other words, the NGAD is a United States Air Force sixth-generation air superiority initiative aimed at fielding a family of systems that will usher in the next age of air warfare. This awe-inspiring project is expected to kick off in 2030 and will succeed the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. The NGAD program will feature a crewed fighter aircraft referred to as the Penetrating Counter-Air, or PCA platform, which will be further supported by Uncrewed Collaborative Combat Aircraft, CCA. According to the Secretary of the U.S. Air Force, Frank Kendall, several $100 million have been poured into the development of the project so far, ever since it started back in 2014. One of the most shocking and ingenious elements of the new innovative aircraft series will be the sixth-generation FX fighter. This mind-blowing warplane will be the new collaborative combat aircraft, playing the role of a loyal wingman. It will not only help the fighter in effectively carrying out combat missions to eliminate enemy targets, but will also serve the noble purpose of expanding the aircraft's functionality as a whole. Conspiracy theorists fear that the extensive use of AI in the military will make such an AI takeover all the more likely and easy. On the other hand, avoiding the use of AI would mean rejecting next-level, high-grade military technology. No nation wants to be left behind in this race toward possessing the ultimate military power and technology. China, especially, is endeavoring to move all mountains in its path toward military dominance. The first outlines of future Chinese aircraft have already been shown at various air shows in the Middle Kingdom and in several promotions from the Aviation Industry Corporation of China. However, there isn't any particular time frame or expected date for when all the crazy new aviation ideas will come to life. One thing is sure though, if and when these next-level aircraft emerge, it would mean the retirement of many current war champions like the F-22 Raptor. The F-22 Raptor is inarguably the standard of the fifth-generation aviation craft, which is why every one of the world's most powerful countries seeks to possess a few in its arsenal. However, the United States government's ban has made this vicious cloud monster elude the reach of any of these countries. The F-35 Lightning II was another crazy invention that followed in the footsteps of its predecessors. This stealthy vehicle was created and bred solely for mind-boggling air superiority and air combat. The Lightning II was originally designed with advanced processors, sensors, and software in mind. And one of the major goals of the team behind this wondercraft was the formation of a digital node consisting of advanced US air platforms. Its software update alone could contain over 8 million lines of code. Moreover, there are the jagged fighter skin panels, concealed engines and weapons, 2 internal compartments for weapons, 4 combat modules, and other kinds of aircraft arsenal besides the classic air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles. Overall, the fleeting was made to be a lot more reliable than its predecessors and less demanding to maintain. Given all its sophistication and versatility, this aircraft has every chance of remaining the top dog in the military aviation world until the next few decades when the 6th-generation war vessels are finally perfected. For now, the only other stealth aircraft that can slightly measure up as a competitor to the F-22 and F-35 is the Chengdu J-20, a 5th-generation multi-role stealth fighter from China. In terms of dimensions, Chengdu seems a bit larger than its American counterparts. It also seems to be better at maneuverability. But was the Chinese aircraft able to repeat the crazy feats of the F-22 and F-35 Lightning? The amazing F-fighter jets could develop supercruising speed in a flash, and also maintain that speed without resorting to afterburners. In any case, even though China's 5th-generation fighter jets may have failed to dethrone the F-series, the 6th generation may completely shatter the status quo. According to the head of Air Combat Command, General Mark D. Kelly, China's 6th-generation jet fighters are quite similar to those of the United States. The use of AI to deploy and control weaponized aircraft is becoming a mainstream idea, and it's going to completely transform military warfare as we know it. The Aviation Industry Corporation of China has already demonstrated the first renderings and mock-ups of this next-level technology. However, much is still unknown about the specifics and potential use or damage capacity of these aircraft. For a long time, China has been revered as a potential rival to the US in terms of military power and technological abilities. Certain high-tech drones and spy balloons, often thought to be UFOs, have been traced back to the Chinese by US intelligence. But then, recent sharp improvements and innovations in the Chinese military have put the US government on edge, forcing a spark of massive investment into the military forces. During the heat of the battle between Russia and Ukraine, rumors of the Chinese government aiding the war began to spread after some Chinese-made drones and vehicles were found on the battlefield. Adding to these, China is currently known as the leading country when it comes to hypersonic weapons, featuring an arsenal of deadly missiles with high maneuverability, able to penetrate any military defense. The likes of the recent Chinese 6th-generation bombers would surely put well-known warcraft like the F-22 fighter jet to shame. The F-22 Raptor has come a long way since September 1997, when it first burst into the scene. multi-decade innovative improvements have transformed it from the little mini-bomber it once was to a fiery, supersonic warfighter. But with recent threats like AI warfare, even legendary warcraft like the F-22.
Hey, this is what I do almost every weekend, shopping real estate. You're probably not going to start.
Don't stand a chance. However, the US military isn't ready to give up its throne just yet. The nation, known to possess the most advanced conventional military in the world, continues to make massive strides to stay ahead of the game. As such, despite mind-blowing improvements and frantic efforts, China continues to lag behind the United States in terms of overall military prowess. So far, the number of fifth-generation fighter jets built by China is around 200 units. The United States, however, has over 600 Raptors and fighter jets combined, currently in operations. And just so you know, fighter jets aren't the only stealth aircraft currently in the US Air Force's arsenal. There are also stealth heavy bombers like the B-2 Spirit Heavy. So far, there don't seem to be any clear threats to the US military and its enviable position as the #1 air force in the world. With a mesmerizing fleet of 187 active F-22s and 450 F-35s in various modifications, as well as several other stealth bombers like the B-2 Spirit, there isn't much rival nations can do if it ever came to a one-on-one epic showdown in the skies or seas. That being said, what exactly are these high-tech bombers made of? And what makes them so ferociously unique? Well, there's a lot behind the B-2 Spirit and its companions besides their menacing appearance. One look at this aircraft, and you know it was made for infiltration and unparalleled destruction. Initially, when photos of the B-2 Spirit began to circulate online, folks were perplexed at its uncanny black, triangular body. Many at first even suspected it was a UFO or an alien warship. And up until now, there's speculation and rumors of how the government may have applied alien technology to make such a mysterious stealth aircraft. The situation becomes all the more enigmatic when you consider the incredible abilities of the B-2 heavy bomber and its promising successor, the B-21 Raider strategic bomber. The two aircraft seem like cheap knockoffs of each other, but make no mistake, they're neither cheap nor are they in any way less deadly in combat. The B-2 and B-21 both possess amazing features, but with slightly different configurations. Both are prime examples demonstrating decades of advancement in stealth technology, aviation mechanics, and material science. For instance, the geared air intake featured in these aircraft is crucial for improving their stealth. A B-21 could literally fly by your neighborhood, and you wouldn't even notice it, as there would be almost no sound or emissions to announce its presence. Yet shockingly, this bomber can effectively carry about 70,000 pounds of weaponry in its two compartments, including two 33,000-pound GBU 57AB massive ordnance penetrator anti-bunker rounds. Just so you know, the GBU 57AB massive ordnance penetrator, or MOP, is a precision-guided bunker buster bomb. This weapon of mass destruction is used by the US Air Force to take out bunkers and destroy enemy artillery located in well-protected places. It is substantially larger than the previous models of bunker busters, like the 5,000-pound GBU-28 and GBU-37. Sky monsters like the B-2 Spirit and B-21 were created to deliver these catastrophic bombs unguided, even in well-guarded target locations. Although fighters come in handy in certain fast-paced battles and assault missions, the super effectiveness of the B-2 Spirit and B-21 radar cannot be overemphasized. The wide range of tasks these warplanes can perform makes them a prime asset to the US military. Currently, the US has enough B-21s to deliver whatever bomb load it needs to hit its various targets anywhere they may be in the world. But then, this audacious reign of the US bombers may not last much longer, as various counterparts and rivals are springing up from other innovative nations like China. One of China's most impressive bombers is the Xi'an H-20 stealth bomber. This massive and terrifying bomber has turned heads ever since it came into mainstream media. The impressive work of technology positions China alongside the US as one of the few nations in the world to possess stealth strategic bombers. The aircraft is a true mystique and has been referred to by many as a strategic subsonic stealth bomber. Just so you know, it has some impressive tricks up its sleeve. For instance, its operating distance is about 280 miles, a close call to the B-2 Spirit's 6,000 miles. Also, it has a jaw-dropping weapon payload of about 45 tons. If and when China perfects the H-20, bringing it to its maximum potential, it will pretty much endanger regions like Japan, the Philippines, the South China Sea, and so on. Furthermore, it would seriously transform modern warfare, as other nations would be backed against the wall, forced to invent crazy stealth bombers that could take on the giant Chinese war dragon. Beyond bombers and stealth fighter jets, the US also possesses impressive drones like the American MQ-9 Reaper. China also has the Chinese CH-4 Rainbow, and outwardly, both drones are nearly identical. It would seem that both the US and China are at a standoff, as both nations are neck-deep in military aviation technology. Every day, tons of financial resources and non-stop backbreaking research are poured into secret Navy and Air Force projects to ensure no stone is left unturned in the race for total dominance and supremacy in air warfare. For now, there seems to be a standstill between the US and China in its fifth-generation assets. Perhaps only a singular, breathtaking piece of sixth-generation aircraft would turn the tide around for either nation and cement its legacy as the world's #1 air force. The ground-shattering plans and phenomenal milestones set by the US military experts for its next-generation air fighters are just mind-blowing. These planes are predicted to be capable of things that are currently impossible in modern-day aviation. But scientists and researchers are working round the clock, confident that their dreams for these massive and supersonically enhanced fighter jets will become a reality. Just so you know, once upon a time, the sophisticated F-22 was nothing more than an idea, a figment of an imagination. Initial studies for this groundbreaking piece of military technology began in the early 1980s, back when the F-15 was just gracing the scene. It took over 20 years for the F-22 to evolve from mere drawings in the books to the mighty metal warbird it has become today. Even more interestingly, in the eyes of most war veterans and scientific experts, the F-22 has still not reached the pinnacle of its evolution. So, if this decades-old aircraft took so long to reach its peak, how long would it take the incoming sixth-generation warbirds to reach theirs? 20 years? Or perhaps a little more? The truth is, no one can tell, not even the experts. With mind-boggling concepts like morphing, which means an aircraft changes its shape mid-flight to make for better maneuverability or speed, there's no telling the years of backbreaking work it would take to perfect these next-generation warbirds in the sky. Rumors have been spreading about the vast number of features and abilities these aircraft will possess. Ideally, it would take a lot more sophistication, resources, ingenuity, and outer-worldly technology to create something more ferocious, ultrasonic, stealthy, and war-devastating than the F-35 and stealth bombers. The idea that such aircraft may soon grace our skies is mind-boggling, enough to send shivers down the spine of every national citizen